of the most painful things I think for human beings is being misunderstood. I think that if there's any one thing that I can express to my critics, is that that particular thing,
except for them,
yeah, it doesn't hurt me. It's like,
yeah.
oh, you're looking for attention. Yeah, man. I'm an artist. I want to make beautiful videos. I want to make cool videos. I want to express my art in the Filipino martial arts. And guess what? I also get to make it as part of my living. So that's the part that doesn't hurt. What actually hurts and what actually affects me is being misunderstood.
Yeah.
In terms of the content of the idea that I'm trying to express.
Yeah.
It isn't the platform or the fact that I'm making videos. It's like, let the idea stand its own merit. And when I get particular kinds of criticism about that, I have to balance it, because there's a lot of people that are just time vampires. And I get this, right? There was recently a thing on Filipino martial arts discussion where some guy got really upset that I disengaged with him in a conversation, and then I blocked
him. Yeah.
To appease and protect their ego, they will say things like, oh, Paulo is just about performance, and when he's confronted with intellectual debate, he shuts them out. No, I do not shut down intellectual, civilized debate. I have never done that. What I do shut down is time vampires who, I've made my point, it's not getting through to them. They continue, and then they turn the tide to like personal attacks, and I'm like, I'm blocking you, man.
Yeah.
You're not entitled to my time. You're not entitled to my opinion. So peace out. And then they get offended and they write all sorts of things. And then the list of people that I've done that to, they all like to band together and then chitter chatter. And so, you messaged me, a bunch of people messaged me after that thread on FMA discussion. They're like, oh, like, you all right?
What the hell? Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm okay, dude. Like, it comes with the territory. So
it does. And again, going back to that thing, if I only want to engage with those who make me happy and those who show up, because if you're going to steal emotional energy from me, if you're going to steal my time and cause, I mean, it's one thing to like, you're challenging me intellectually, and that's good. But it's another thing like you're trying to dominate over me in a space that doesn't matter. Because back to the thing about Filipino martial arts, it's art. I much rather tell the story about artwork, because I much rather do about Filipino martial arts for the art side, the history, and the beauty of it, because I'm sure as fuck not going to use it in war. I'm going to flat out say it. I will not. FMA is, if I'm using FMA in war, I'm wrong, because it's wrong.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Straight up.
And so with that, I would like to be on the side of those who share FMA or whatever we do for the sake of, there should be more art in the world than there should be more violence in the world.
Yeah. And the thing is, where I really appreciate dissenting opinion and really productive disagreements, and I have those people in spades. I'm surrounded by those people, right? I don't need it from a random guy. Those are just time vampires. I have a lot of people who I consult with, who are my mentors, who are my coaches, who tell me in private messages and sometimes publicly, like, hey, I don't agree with you. And we have meaningful conversation there. So it's not, again, I think people just have an overinflated sense of the value of their opinion, especially online. And so when I give them the time of day to engage with them a little bit, they want more and more and more. And then when I shut them off, it's like, oh, he doesn't respect, like he doesn't want, intellectual discourse. I'm like, no, I just don't think you're providing it. And now I don't like you, so I'm blocking you. Sorry, bro.
You are allowed to have boundaries. That's the thing about, which is this issue about social media, is that you are allowed to have boundaries.
Yeah.
You do not have the right to have access to me 24/7 and access to all of my information 24/7. And this is the problem that, again, led to like the ultimate issue with the gym, is that I could never turn it off. I mean, any business owner can never turn it off, period. Yeah. They're constantly worrying about the business. But it became more to the point that I was always available online to say, hey, 1 a.m, here we go. I always engaged no matter what, and did not have the discipline to turn it off and saying, hey, I'm home, leave me alone. I'm with my kids, leave me alone.
Yeah. Or in my case, fuck off, I'm blocking you. And it's, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's funny to me sometimes, but maybe this is my fault as well, because I like to be personable and approachable and accessible.
Yeah.
That when I give a little bit of that to people, they have a sense of entitlement. But you're right. I don't owe them access to the stuff that I put out. No. But it's so offensive to them when I block them. It's so offensive. And I get it. Nobody likes to feel rejected. But for anyone that I've blocked, and because you're seeing this on Coach Kurt's Facebook page or wherever this may be, I just want to say, fuck off. I really don't care.
Or better yet, and on top of all that, it is okay to say no. It is okay to say, leave me alone.
Yeah.
That is perfectly okay. We're allowed to say that.
But also this. If we find ourselves in person in the same event, I will be the first to extend my hand and say, it's good to meet you in person. Yeah. Because I know that every disagreement online that I've had with people wouldn't have played out the same way in person. Right. So, I mean, there are some people who carry animosity and they want to like throw hands. Like, let's go. The rules are set. Go put on a fucking fencing mask and we'll go a minute and a half and we'll have people watch. Roll all the cameras you want. If that's the route you want to take, I'm open for that as well. I'd much rather not, because I enjoy, you know, fighting and sparring a lot. And I really don't like those kinds of engagements. I've had them, but they always end up great. They always end up with a beer afterwards anyway. So, I mean, if you want to go through a little bit of pain, I go through a little bit of pain. Cool. It always ends up in the same place. I'd much rather circumvent that, shake your hand, give you a hug, and go, okay, what was that about? Let's go. I'm going to go unblock you now because, we have that. So online communications are like totally different. But what I wouldn't want to happen is for people that I've had online disagreements with, we're at somebody else's seminar, a grandmaster that we both respect, and then our personal differences bleed over and affect the group. I would much rather just step out, right? If your ego just refuses to, I'll step out. I won't disrespect somebody else's seminar because of some stupid argument that we had online. So I'll be the first to do that. But I also will be the first to walk up to you, shake your hand, and go, hey, you want to talk this through? You want to go have a smoke outside so that we can both enjoy this seminar together? If it doesn't work out, then that's fine. Maybe I'll step.
And that goes to like that emotional intelligence and having the presence of mind to like turn off the ego. And and let's face it, a lot of people just don't know how to do that. And it's okay, but it's still sad. So
yeah. I don't know, man. I've been through enough of it where it's like, dude, you paid money to be here. I most likely didn't. But I don't want to tarnish either of our opportunities to have a great time with these amazing people under the tutelage of this wonderful grandmaster because we had a disagreement about, like the purpose of pressure testing. Stupid. No, I'll be.
Or is it Hubud or Lou?
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'll be the first to extend my hand, I will. This is. I think I have 100% track record. I'm the one who walks up to that guy because you see this guy. He's like this, and I see him looking at me, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Let's come up to you, man. I'm like, "Listen, come here. Let me give you a big hug. Let's squash this for the time being. We can talk about it over a smoke or a beer afterwards, but let's go learn this fucking grouping system together or whatever."
Yeah.